Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel, and I'm here to talk about some NBA news, my first video of the night. So let's get into the NBA news here, and we'll talk about this, and then I'm going to go probably watch the Dodgers game, and then do the recap after that, following the final game, that 4-game set, and then probably some more news, probably upload wrestling, NASCAR, something like that. Let's get into it here. So, per your report here from LakersDaily.com, the Mavericks, they actually considered a sign and trade with the Lakers for Malik Beasley before Malik Beasley ultimately signed with the Milwaukee Bucks. Mavericks fans are probably glad they didn't do that trade and instead got a better defender and a better player in Grant Williams. I don't think they necessarily needed a guy like him in the Mavericks. I mean, what do you mean sign and trade? He signed for like $2 million. How would they consider it a sign and trade? I swear, the Mavericks are like the biggest could-have, would-have team in the league. This is like every week we hear, oh, they could have done this. But he literally signed with the Bucks. It wouldn't have been a sign and trade. It was a 1-year, $2 million deal. He signed already, so I mean, it doesn't matter. Thank God the Mavericks didn't do this, though. Because Malik Beasley's trash. So, Damian Lillard, back in the news again. It's more like Damian Lillard news at this point for this NBA stuff. But let's get into it, because it's the off season. We have nothing else to talk about except Dame Lillard, Dame Dollar. Damian Lillard's agent is looking to sit down and meet with the Miami Heat via Aaron J. Fentress. And quote, I had a positive conversation with Joe Cronin, and I made it clear that Damian would want them to sit down and have a meaningful negotiation with Miami. And I think that's something that Joe and the Blazers will do, period, end quote. So basically Damian Lillard's agent here is looking to have a sit down and meet with the Miami Heat. This brother went from not running from the grind to sprinting. Lillard's agent today is like, oh, I'm a clown. And the agent got his percent of the $450 million and just failed to do his job getting his player no trade clause. In the same summer that Bill got extended with a no trade clause. Now this agent is running his client's name basically into the ground. So the agent is really, really bad. Really, really bad. But his agent thinks he's the GM. Like, you're not the GM, Lillard's agent. Like, buddy, you're not him. You are not that guy. You are not him. So, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Brooklyn Nets, per Ethan J. Skolnick, are two teams that are interested in Caleb Martin. The Thunder and the Brooklyn Nets are two teams that have looked into him. I thought the Heat didn't want to trade Caleb in a package for Damian Lillard. Oh, I think they are interested. Doesn't mean the Heat will trade him, but I guess this is... I feel like they will. The Heat are just using leverage right now. I feel like they don't, but they will just lose him next year anyway. It's better to trade him now while his value's at its peak. But I feel like Martin isn't good enough to hold you back from trading from Dame. I mean, I know he outscored Jaylen Brown in the Eastern Conference Finals, had a good series, but... I mean, the Heat might as well trade him now, because I feel like this is going to be the peak of his value, though, for Dame. So, truthfully, he wants to play in Miami, period. F Florida Sports Buzz, Damian Lillard's agent clearly just sent this message. He wants to play in Miami, period. I mean, people get traded all the time. I mean... I know people say, oh, he switched teams, he's running from the grind, but y'all wanted him to get traded, including me, and I'm not complaining that he's running from the grind. I understand why he wants to get out of that team, that hellhole. But do we have to get this report every hour or so? Like, oh, Damian Lillard, did you know he want to play Miami? Do we have to get this report like every day? So, per Adam Himmelsbach, or how do you say his name? The Celtics, per him, the Celtics are not expected to be in the mix for Damian Lillard, per Adam Himmelsbach. Bag. How do you say his last name? So he said Miami. Give the man what he wants. He wants to go to Miami. I know he's employee under contract. I mean, it's a players' league. They'll bring money and fans. Dame will go to Miami one way or another. The Blazers, I feel like he'll go wherever he wants to go. And I feel like it's still going to be Miami. He wants to go to Miami. I feel like he won't play for any other team but Miami. But Portland, I think, should try and get the best deal for their franchise. But we'll see. I think he's still going to go to Miami. But the Celtics, I don't think, are be in the mix. I really don't. Kobe Bryant is the cover of NBA 2K24. Obviously makes sense. It's only right, man. Now they better make this the best 2K ever to celebrate his legacy. And the reason why, because it was 24. I mean, it's not... it's not that hard to figure out. So, Damian Lillard had interest in the Warriors before Golden State landed Chris Paul and Ramona Shelburne. Quote, they could have waited for Dame. Dame is from the Bay Area. I know he was interested. If he was going to ask for a trade, the Warriors would have been on his list. End quote. I stopped reading here at this when I first saw this at per Ramona Shelburne, because I don't think she's a trustworthy source, in my opinion. So, how are we supposed to take this when she doesn't really have any sources to back this up? And she's just throwing shit on the wall hoping it sticks. I'm not buying this report. A lot of people don't know, but she's full of BS. So I don't believe this report. I really don't. Because this makes no sense. I know he was interested. Man, she don't know shit. So, per TMZ, apparently Britney Spears was allegedly assaulted after a member of Victor Wembanyama security backhanded her in the face. Yeah. I don't know why people want to blame Victor Wembanyama. It's literally his security. So, I mean, it's not his fault. But I'll take sentences I didn't expect to read in my lifetime for 500. I didn't expect this. That's crazy. But Malik Andrews is going to be all over this. Oh, she'll be like, one member of the security who allegedly assaulted pop star Britney Spears. I can just read that in her voice right now. And she can't wait to tear another black man down, because she likes to speak down on him. I'm just stating the truth. Jason Tatum is trying to figure out a way to get Damian Lillard to Boston. Mark J. Spears. So he's trying to recruit Damian Lillard here to Boston. The answer is very clear, but he can't make the decision. The answer is very clear. Obviously, he wants Damian Lillard, but he can't make the decision. I don't think Damian Lillard wants to play there. There's no way he don't want to play for that franchise, but there's no way he doesn't want to play for that franchise. He says, "Oh, I don't want to go there," but I still just think the Heat, because I don't see him playing there. I just don't see him playing with Boston. So the Clippers have shown interest in Pascal Siakam per Zach Lowe NBA. Kind of like this, because you could pair back Kawhi with Pascal Siakam back from their Toronto days when they won that 2019 NBA championship. So, I don't know. The Clippers trade their entire near future for Paul George, though. What could they possibly offer? They're kind of in a difficult spot, though, in my opinion. So Damian Lillard's agent has been calling for teams and warning against trading for him. Per Woj ESPN, quote, Goodwin is telling organizations outside of Miami that trading for Lillard is trading for an unhappy player. So basically, he's telling other teams that trade for Lillard is trading for an unhappy player that outside of Miami. Dame is now being dramatic and just exhausting. This is just exhausting at this point. But I guess the Blazers just need to honor his request and just send him to Miami. If he wants to go to Miami, just trade him there. So, per Jake L. Fisher of SportsYahoo.com, Miles Bridges wanted $25 million per year from the Hornets. Quote, 1 year later, it's no surprise a similar market didn't materialize for Bridges, who was seeking upward of $25 million in average annual value from the Hornets this July, league sources told Yahoo Sports. Charlotte and Bridges' representation were far apart in negotiations that Bridges swiftly took the qualifying offer, not even 24 hours into free agency, end quote. Honestly, he deserves it skill-wise. He's quite a good player. He has room to grow, though. The off-the-court issues, that goes for a lot of people, but definitely him. He wants $25 million. Yeah, that's like saying, I want Ruby Rose. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. No one's paying that thug $25 million a year. So, we have some stuff to talk about here about now Mr. Hero, Tyler Hero, per Woj ESPN. Teams are interested in trading a good first-round pick for Tyler Hero. So, some teams here are interested in trading a good first-round pick for Tyler Hero. Who knows? Quote, there are teams that have told ESPN they would surrender a good first-round pick to the Blazers. Maybe something more to become a facilitator by taking on Hero on a three-way deal. I feel like some people are acting like this man didn't go up to 2 finals in 4 or 5 years of his career, and after the NBA didn't sniff the finals for years. Seems fair. I think he's a good player, obviously. I think I would do it. Whatever team decides to do it. Let's get to Woj. So we have a picks trade. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading 3 second-round picks to the Phoenix Suns for 2 first-round pick swaps, 2024 and 2030, and Isaiah Todd. Sources tell ESPN the seconds are 2025 via Pels and Memphis 2028 and 2029 picks. So basically in 2024 and 2030, Memphis will have the right to swap its own first for the lesser of the Suns' Wizards first. So the Suns basically traded the Wizards' 6 future second-round picks in the Bradley Beal trade. And this starts to replenish those losses. But it's a good trade for Phoenix. I kind of like what they've been doing here. Free agent guard Aaron Holiday's agreed to a 1-year deal with the Houston Rockets. And the Kings are acquiring Pacers guard Chris Duarte for 2 second-round picks. Pacers will receive a 2028 via Dallas and the Kings 2030 second-round pick today. And the trade will be finalized. So I think it's a good trade for the Kings to get a good bench scorer. The Portland Trailblazers are matching restricted free agent Matisse Thybulle's 3-year, $33 million offer sheet. And the sheet was signed and received with Portland this morning, so they're bringing back Matisse Thybulle. This isn't going to make Damian Lillard stay. This is Matisse Thybulle. He's not staying for Matisse Thybulle. But yeah, that's really all to say for this video, so until next time, peace.